yeah, the Teen Titans fan base. Let's talk about them for a bit. So you have probably heard whether from it be from videos on YouTube, comment sections on the videos, or maybe whether it be people on DeviantArt or whatever type of cartoon forum you've been on. You've probably heard some horror stories about the fan base for the 2003 Teen Titans show. So, if for some reason you don't know what show I'm specifically talking about, it was it was a show that was released in I think July of '03, and it was on Cartoon Network, and a lot of people really liked the show. So, let me say that I think the worst part of the fan base, drumroll please, is not the fan base itself. Oof, hit him with the switcheroo. Yeah, you probably clicked on this video expecting me to rail on and bash this group of people that have been mercilessly fucking picked on and have been mercilessly shit on for the past more than a couple of years, and you'd probably expect me to talk about how rabid they are or how bad they are. We not talking about them for this video. Instead, we are going to be talking about the completely different group of people on the spectrum who I see no one fucking talking about. I see no one fucking criticizing the slightest. And a group of people that I think need to be knocked down at least a bit of a peg. If you're asking who I'm talking about, we are actually going to be talking about the group of people that make big deals out of this fan base. So, I don't know if you've seen all of them. Well, I mean, obviously you're not going to notice everyone saying it, but a lot of the times when the topic of Teen Titans, the show itself, is being talked about, you're gonna attract that group of people that, well, legit, like, you have those people who do think the show is overrated, and, I mean, I have my own opinions on that, but usually whenever there's anyone that says they even remotely like the show, or this can usually come from people that say the show is overrated, 90% of the time, or maybe even higher than that, they're gonna mention the fan base at least one time. And if you've literally never seen the fan base and you're only going off of what these people say, you'll probably have this impression that, well, to put it into an example, here's probably what you'll hear from those people. So, I just found out about this show. I don't know if any of you guys have heard about it, but it's a show called Teen Titans, and I heard there's some interesting stuff about its fan base. Does anyone have any experiences from them? Like, did anyone tell me about them? Those people. It makes me it really pains me to talk about them, but, I had a son one time, and, their name was Billy. And Billy was just hanging out on a group forum, and he said that Teen Titans was trash, and he was just trying to troll people, and somehow they got a hold of his address, and they took Billy. I heard some stories from the news, and apparently what they did with them, they grabbed him right by the leads. They first ripped him up by them. They cut Billy's legs apart. Then they proceeded to slice his neck, and they took the part of him. They took the asshole part of him that was still there, and they committed necrophilia in it. It pains me whenever I think about this. Like, why they have to take Billy? Why? Like, you'd think from, like, that conversation right there, or you'd think if you heard what they say about them, you'd think that the Teen Titans fan base was this freaking horrible death cult that would like tear the anuses out of children for anyone who even lightly criticizes their favorite show. Well, let me be the first person to say that yeah, they're not even that bad. Now, what really pains me is I used to be in that group of people. Like, I used to be one of those people saying that the people who like Teen Titans or the fan base of Teen Titans were these horrible, like, really intolerant people that would freaking kill your women and children in their sleep or some shit like that. Well, that's an over exaggeration, but then I did this thing called actually going and looking at the fan base, and most of the fan bases are most of them are just regular ass people. Like, seriously, like, I'm actually in the community subreddit for Teen Titans, and most of the people there, they just really liked the show. Yeah, you do have some people here and there that are, like, really crazy or just cannot accept a different opinion on that show, but most of them are just people that really liked the show, and yeah, they're devoted, but they're very level-headed, and if someone says, hey, I don't like this show, most people will just accept it. They're more like the way that I would compare them to is like the Invader Zim fan base. Yes, there was a lot of people, and yes, they are very devoted to the show, but they just really like it, and they're usually pretty nice about it if someone says that they don't like the show. And another common thing that people will say about, or one of like the variations of, oh, the fan base takes the show way too far. Like, another thing you'll hear those people is, man, the Teen Titans fan base, they're fucking sick, dude. They will not shut up about the show, and they will legit not stop taking the show too far. Like, come on, man, you need to be relative with this stuff, man. But dude, these people, they're just complete fucking hypocrites. And if you're asking why, well, they're basically just projecting in a way, because they're saying, oh, the Teen Titans fan base, they take the show way too far, but these people, they're pretty much like defined by the fact that they think the Teen Titans fan base takes the show way too far. Like, dude, if anyone needs to stop taking people or a show way too far, it's fucking you guys, because, like, these people, no matter what context the show's brought up in, they'll just be like, oh, the fan base takes the show way too far, man, they treat it like it's fucking Jesus, but these people ironically treat the fan base like it's, like they're the fucking neo-Nazi party or something like that. But, yeah, now that we have, well, I think I've gotten this part of the rant out of the way with. Now time to where we get into the more, I guess you'd say, fundamental disagreements, if you will. And that is, most people that I've seen talk about Teen Titans and the show being overrated, I have seen barely anyone actually give any reasons for why, or have tried to explain why they find the show overrated. Like, I kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but, like, 90% of people who say that Teen Titans is an overrated show, they literally only mention the fan base as a reason as to why they don't like it. Now, I'm not saying no one has given any reasons whatsoever, because I've seen some people try to explain it, like it's either just, oh, the show is not for me, or you have some people like James Borland who try to say the show is, like, they pander to the show panders to the anime community, or it's a gimmick that doesn't express its gimmick to its own advantage. I think that was what he said, and stuff like that. I may not completely agree with what people like James say, but one, at least he actually has other reasons to dislike it, and again, that's mainly a case of just me disagreeing, but so I at least gotta give him credit for at least trying to explain why he doesn't like the show, and at least it's not solely just the fan base and it being so awful as a reason. But yeah, I think I've talked long enough about, or well, I mean, this video isn't really that long, but I just wanted to shed some light on these people, because holy shit, most people, like, you can't mention Teen Titans without having these people that treat the fan base like it's the fucking worst thing ever. Like, dude, yes, there are some fans that do take the show far. I mean, every fan base has that group of people, but Again, most of the people who like Teen Titans, they're just regular chill people that just really like the show. Like, dude, there's not that much about them that's that bad. Like, you'd be more likely to find fucking, I don't know what to say, but you'd be more likely to find a fucking four-leaf clover than you would find legitimately toxic Teen Titans fans. And by that I mean by them being super common. But anyways, I think I'm done talking about these people or this subject. So see you guys in the next video.